Okay, brow mapping. This is something that comes up quite a bit, and it's usually from people who are very good to do their research. And what they do is they usually say to me, your eyebrow style and mapping looks totally different to somebody else that I've looked into. And that's absolutely true. There's loads of different mapping styles. There's calipers, stencils, string method, ruler method, and there's freehand. And I learned initially in the early days, I learned in freehand. And then I went on to study a whole course in facial morphology. But of the 10 courses that I've done, they've all taught me differently. So it doesn't matter, none of them are right and none of them are wrong. But a lot of the facial morphology that I learned was how to identify the orbital bone, which is your brow bone here, the orbital bone where your eye is, and to place the brow, how to place the brow correctly, where to bring the arch, and where, most especially where to place the tail. So you take in a lot of the skull structure in the facial morphology, and as you know, we have our temple here, so you have to make sure that the eyebrow tail ends just right at the temple, and it usually isn't lower than the lower aspect of the head of the brow, because we don't want you to have a sad brow. So no, none of them is 100% right. None of them are 100% wrong. I have developed my own unique style, and we are absolutely loving it. And I actually take in a small bit of all the ways ways I've been taught, and developed my own unique style. So when you actually come to me, I highly recommend you come for a consultation so that you can see if the style I do suits you. Look. So I've got a minute or two before my next client comes at 3:30. So I had actually put up a little post this morning talking about eyebrow shapes and eyebrow facial morphology. So it's a science all by itself. I use lots of tools in order to create the proposed eyebrow shape for you. One of them being one of these. It's a sticky ruler, and we pop it across here. It gives us markings on your forehead, and then we can guess what your use it as a guide to where you start your arch and your tail. So first bit, so we use one of these. We also use a digital tool. I haven't got it here now, but it's on my iPad, and we take photographs of your face shape. So that's guide number 2. Guide number 3 then is that we actually do measurements with one of these, and we use this to make sure that both eyebrows are exactly the same length, and we not only use it for that, but we make sure that the arch, and we also use the Fibonacci gauge, which is actually over on my setup tray at the moment, because I have another client coming at 3:30. So for a face shape like mine, which is an oval shape, we have the recommended eyebrow is an elegant brow. So that is up 2/3 and down 1/3. Up 2/3, down 1/3. So the start of the brow starts at the corner of the eye. So it's from here, up 2/3 and down 1/3. And the arch is usually the same distance as it would be the distance between our two eyes. So the distance between my two eyes is the same distance as it would be from here to here. That's up 2/3, down 1/3. That's an elegant eyebrow. It's considered an elegant eyebrow. So when you're doing the down 1/3, so up 2/3, down 1/3, you can't taper the tail keep on dragging it down here. As we get older, our faces go south, so it'll drag the tail down with it, and you'll end up having a sad look brow. So the tail is supposed to stop at the same axis as it would be from the lower aspect of the head of the brow. So these are all the measurements that are important. So when you come to us and you see me doing loads of photographs, measure, making adjustments, doing more measurements, taking into consideration your face shape, using the sticky ruler, using the Fibonacci gauge, using the other gauge as well. And between them all, we actually get what is recommended eyebrow shape for you and your face shape. So your eyebrow shape would be bespoke for you. So that's why people were sort of messaging me saying, what's this whole up 2/3, down 1/3?